President Biden's job approval sinking on inflation, crime, and COVID. First of all, crime has gone down over the last 10 years. If you disagree, you're a dumb fuck. Biden has done almost nothing to do with inflation. I'm going to be honest. Like, most of what we're dealing with when it comes to inflation is stuff that was baked into the cake before Biden even took office. COVID, Biden is doing horrible on. But so I'm just letting y'all know my opinion straight up. And we're going to go into this poll. The poll says that Joe Biden is doing horrible on everything. Now, again, Joe Biden wrote the crime bill. Most of the crime that we're experiencing in this country is a direct result of the crime bill that he manufactured, as well as the drug war that Joe Biden is supportive of. Joe Biden ran on decriminalizing and legalizing marijuana. And yet, you can still go to federal prison for your entire life for, having a couple ounces of weed in your car. Like, let's say you're going to a friend's house, they're having a party. You got a couple ounces of weed in your car. Boom. Life in prison, motherfucker. That's because we're in Joe Biden's America, right? But if you're in another state, maybe, you'll get away with it. It all depends where you live because this country is fucking garbage, right? So yeah, Joe Biden is doing a horrible job at everything, right? But again, we need to be honest. What is actually Joe Biden's fault and what is just Republican and mass media fear-mongering? Inflation, I'm sorry, Joe Biden couldn't really do much about inflation unless he's going to do some radical change that, let's be honest, Trump wouldn't have done, Joe Biden's not going to do, right? So, but anyway, let's read. I'm going to see these poll numbers and then we'll go in a little bit further. President Joe Biden is facing significant skepticism from the American public, with his job approval rating lagging across a range of major issues, including new lows for his handling of crime. Again, crime is on a downtrend, but okay. Gun violence, which is on an uptrend, but that's, again, these are mostly things that, we can fix, but like the country is garbage. That's my problem, is that people love to complain, but they don't love to do anything about it. Oh, there's gun problems. People are shooting up schools all the time. Yeah, that's been happening like for 20 years. Do you remember Columbine? Remember, how dare this happen? Yeah, there's a Columbine literally every single day in America now. Every school day there's a Columbine now, right? So I don't know, maybe there's a culture problem in the United States of America. Maybe the governmental system of the United States of America is not so good. Now, again, I'm not defending Biden here. I think Biden is trash. But again, the idea that people think that the president is solely responsible for this stuff and they take no personal agency whatsoever, I think is ridiculous. Go out there, do something. Organize, vote, unionize, do all this shit because the president's not gonna fucking save you. But anyway, gotta keep going. As the White House confronts rising and widespread concern about inflation, Americans are especially negative on how the Biden administration is managing the issue. You want to know a really easy way to combat inflation? Stimulus checks. Give everyone $2,000 a month, retroactive to March 2020, right? I'm sick of this fucking shit. Maybe take out the fucking $1,400 that we got and the $600 and all that shit. And then the other, what was the other one, like 12? Maybe take that out there. But again, that's an easy way to combat inflation in the short term. And guess what? Maybe another way to combat inflation, I don't know, maybe legalizing marijuana would combat inflation. Maybe, I don't know, canceling student loan debt would combat inflation. There's a lot of ways to combat inflation that Biden is simply not doing, that he can do just alone on his presidential power. But are these polls going to mention that? Is anyone in the mainstream media going to mention how things could change for Biden, and Biden could personally change them right now? No, they're not, because they're going to cover for him. They just want to talk about, oh, Biden's doing so bad, here's no solutions, and we're going to tell you nothing at all, except people don't like Joe Biden. All right, great. I don't like Joe Biden. No one likes Joe Biden. More than 2/3 of Americans, 69%, disapprove of how Biden is handling inflation. Only 28% approve. Well, more than half of 57% disapprove of his handling of the economic recovery. Partisan splits for inflation show expected negativity in Republican views, 94% disapproving. But the survey also reveals weaknesses from Biden's own party, with a slim majority of Democrats approving. I don't even, what is there to approve of? He's done nothing. Okay. Disapprove of how Joe Biden is handling inflation. He's not handling inflation. He's doing nothing. He's ignoring the problem. Right? So that's the thing here. Right? Okay. He's not it's not like, oh, he's juggling and he's like, whoa, and he's diving for the ball and he caught it, and it's like, no. He's not doing anything. He's not handling inflation. So 54% of Democrats approving of how Joe Biden is handling inflation. What are they approving of? If you ask them a follow-up question, okay, so you approve of how he's handling inflation, what do you think is the best policy that he's done in regards to inflation? They'd go, I don't know, because they're fucking dumb. Partisanship is dumb. I'm sorry. Well, he's Joe Biden, and I voted for Joe Biden because I thought he was better for Donald Trump, and therefore I support everything he does. What? Are you a fucking idiot? Are you a stupid-ass bitch? How is he handling inflation? I'd love to know. Has he done literally anything? Because I haven't seen anything. Biden's orbit is also hemorrhaging independent voters, with 71% disapproving of his handling of inflation. Independent voters are fucking stupid as well. I hate this above it all nonsense. Haha, name drop. Of independent voters. I'm an independent. Most independents are fucking stupid. Democrats are fucking stupid. Republicans are fucking stupid. Americans are fucking stupid. Let's be real. 95% of Americans are too afraid of vegetables to even eat any. 95% of Americans do not get the minimum recommended intake of fiber. Most Americans get literally less than half of the daily minimum recommendation of fiber. What's fiber? Vegetables. 95% of Americans are so fucking stupid they don't know how to eat vegetables. So of course these motherfuckers are going to be dumb when it comes to voting. Let's be honest. It's a feedback effect. Americans are fucking stupid. They vote for stupid ass motherfuckers. And those stupid-ass motherfuckers abuse them, use them, steal from them, and then they leave office, and then Americans vote in the next top dumb fuck. That's how this country goes, right? Every president is worse than the last in a lot of ways, right? When's the last time we had a president that was significantly better than the previous one? Let's be honest. Let's be real about this one. Bill Clinton, finally the Reagan era's over. Except, wait, it's not. The third way took over the Democratic Party. Oh, then we got George W. Bush, and he fucking destroyed the entire fucking country, collapsed the economy, great stuff, got us into fucking wars everywhere. But then Barack Obama is going to come in, he's going to solve the problems, except he's going to escalate the drone war. He's not going to do anything about the financial crisis. He's going to let millions and millions of people lose their homes and kill everyone, right? And then also, again, escalate the drone war. He's not going to do anything at all about, maybe the drug war going on in this country. Nope. And then you got Donald fucking dumbass motherfucking Trump, who's just set the whole country on fucking fire, did nothing about the pandemic. Then you got Joe Biden coming in office. Hey everyone, it's Joe Biden, look at me. Not going to do anything about the pandemic. The country's falling apart. So again, the idea that it's all the president's fault, I think maybe it's Americans' fault for voting for these fucking morons, right? Maybe Americans were programmed to be stupid by the other presidents and the other forms of leaders that we've had 30 years ago. And then maybe that generation was programmed by the other generation 60 years ago, right? So again, we have a feedback effect of dumb fuck Americans voting for dumb fuck Americans to kill dumb fuck Americans and to make the next generation of dumb fuck Americans even dumber. And that's how you get this shit where 54% of Democrats approve of Joe Biden's handling of inflation. He did nothing. He literally has done nothing to handle inflation. So I approve of him doing nothing? What the fuck is that shit? But anyway, let's keep going. The ABC Ipsos poll, which was conducted by Ipsos in partnership with ABC. Wow. Wait, okay, so it's an ABC Ipsos poll. And so Ipsos partnered with ABC. I'm glad you added that extra information. I would have never been able to comprehend what the fucking ABC Ipsos poll would have been like if you didn't tell me that it was conducted by Ipsos in partnership with ABC. Wow, who would have possibly even come up with this idea that ABC Ipsos poll was a partnership between ABC and Ipsos? That's crazy. Thank you for that. Reveals these rocky ratings for Biden at a time when the bulk of Americans name inflation and paying everyday bills as a top concern. Concern about inflation is eclipsed worry about the coronavirus pandemic. I'm sorry, the two are inextricably linked. How can you be more concerned with inflation compared to the pandemic? Do you know what caused inflation? Are you that goddamn stupid? Do you have no idea? Oh, the prices are just going up. Why did the prices just go up? Why did the prices? Whoa! It must be completely divorced from the fucking global pandemic destroying the whole world. There's no relation whatsoever. There are two entirely separate concepts. This is how you know Americans are fucking stupid. You know why inflation is such a fucking big problem? It's because we had a massive pandemic. The country did nothing at all. And the world as a whole did nothing to stop this fucking pandemic. So a year later, now we're dealing with millions of people dead all across the globe, right? Obedient drones and laborers got killed because the fucking world leaders are so goddamn stupid. They're they're not even gonna set out, like, they're not even gonna turn off the fucking, like the alarm. They're not gonna set the fire out in their own goddamn bedroom, right? So they're just letting the whole world fall to shit, right? And then so millions of people die, right? And then also millions and millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people are getting sick, right? And so there's a labor shortage. The supply chain is fucking suffering. And so now, guess what? Now these corporations got you by the motherfucking balls. They have squeezed your fucking ball sack so hard that your testicles are going to fucking disconnect from the rest of your body. That's how hard they've got you right now, because they control everything. They control fucking everything. So guess what? You know the phrase, never let a crisis go to waste? That's what these corporations are going to do. They're going to sap away all of your fucking money, and they're going to leave you dry, destitute, and fucking emaciated, because this country is fucking garbage. And most Americans have no idea what's going on, because they're too busy working their fucking 3 jobs, because this country is fucking broken, and people need to have extra fucking jobs to even pay for basic fucking meals. And most Americans don't even know how to feed themselves. Again, 95% of Americans are too stupid to even fucking feed themselves, right? And again, I'm not even trying to place personal responsibility on people. I think everyone's got a personal responsibility to feed themselves and their family. I think if you have a child and you're not properly feeding that child, I think that should be labeled as child abuse. I genuinely think that, right? Because my mother didn't fucking feed me correctly, and now I have to deal with like health issues for the rest of my life because of my mom's actions, right? So again, I personally think that, but again, am I saying that you should have your children taken away? By what? Child Protective Services? They're not going to be any better, right? So again, this country's just fucked from the jump, right? I don't know, man. This country's just fucked from the jump, but let's keep going. Republicans continuously, and anyway, let's just be, I need to say this, I feel like, but I don't feel like I should need to say this, but I'm going to. If anyone thinks Republicans are going to handle inflation better than Joe Biden, you're a dumb fuck. You're a loser. You have no idea what the fuck's going on. You're a moron, and you should probably consider continuing to eat that fast food and dying sooner. Because goddamn, you don't deserve to be on this fucking planet. You're that goddamn stupid. The findings show Biden slightly The findings show Biden slightly above water in one sector, his handling of COVID-19. What? How did he handle COVID-19? What did he do? Does anyone know? Can someone point to one policy that Joe Biden has done to make COVID-19 better? Mask mandate? No, he's too much of a bitch. Vaccine mandate? No, he's too much of a bitch. What has he done? Has he helped supply the entire earth with vaccinations so that we can stop dealing with these outbreaks in unvaccinated countries because they can't have access? What about these intellectual property defending, right? Again, South Africa and other African countries have said that it's going to take them until 2023 to be able to mass manufacture a vaccine without the fucking patent, without the formula, the Moderna formula specifically, right? So they're going to spend 2 years doing what's already been done instead of just giving them the formula so that they can vaccinate people. Do you know what's going to happen in those 2 years? No, you don't. So what the fuck has Joe Biden done to handle the COVID-19 pandemic? He's done nothing. He's done nothing at all. A slim majority, 53% of Americans, approve of Biden's handling of the pandemic. Even so, Biden's COVID approval rating is now numerically at its lowest point in an ABC Ipsos polling since he took office. Another warning sign for what might be a tough battle to maintain majorities in the U.S. House and Senate. Again, anyone who thinks Republicans are going to do any better is a fucking moron as well. The White House has expanded federal COVID-19 mitigation efforts, no, as the Delta and Omicron variants spur stricter vaccination and mask requirements across the country. Most of those requirements and most of those policies are being done by local leaders, right? The president is gonzo. He has not done anything. He's not done a fucking address to he's not done anything at all. He's done literally nothing at all. He's just leaving it up to the states and local leaders, and some of them are doing decent things. I know Bill de Blasio is trying to at least do something going on in New York City. I don't live there, right? But I read the news, right? I live in North Carolina. Nothing's going on here. We never had a lockdown in the first place. I went to the grocery store yesterday. I was the only one with a mask in the whole store. The whole store. I counted at least 40 people in the whole store. I was the only one with a mask. Explain that to me, right? This pandemic is going to get a lot worse. Biden has stood by his politically controversial decision to require vaccinations for federal employees. Oh, gee golly williker. How about for the rest of the fucking country? And all contractors, a move affecting millions of workers in the public and private sectors. The decision challenged by saying, I don't even care anymore. Biden also sees lagging support for his handling of rising rates of violence. There is no rising rates of violence. I'm sorry, it's a completely manufactured shit. Again, has there been slightly, rising rates of violence? Absolutely. But guess what? That started years ago. And if you look at the grand trend, crime has dropped tremendously over the course of year after year after year, right? So again, if we're seeing some more crime in the last couple months, all right, is that bad? Sure. But you know how you fix a lot of crime? By making sure that people have their basic needs met. Most crimes that happen are because people can't afford to feed their fucking families, okay? Most burglaries are because people can't fucking afford anything, so they feel like they need to steal. And is that bad? Obviously. Duh. But when you fucking have an economy in a country where everyone's fucking alone, no one can get a fucking job, even though there's a supposed labor shortage going on, people are going to do whatever they can to feed their fucking families, and it's going to be American against American because this country is fucking garbage. So again, if there's a small uptick in crime on a month-to-month basis, right, again, the overall trend is we're on a downtrend, right? So again, should Joe Biden be doing something? Yeah, probably decriminalizing marijuana would probably help. Maybe giving more Americans more stimulus checks would help so they don't feel like the need that you have to rob stores or mug people on the side of the street in order to pay their bills or feed their own families, right? So again, I don't this country is garbage. People are stupid, and the country's stupid. I don't even know what to say. Biden's handling of gun violence is 32% down from 39%. What is Joe Biden even gonna do or allowed to do about gun violence? Right, again, why is Joe Biden doing nothing about mass shootings? For the same reason Barack Obama did nothing. For the same reason all the other presidents did nothing. It's because this country is fucking stupid and people think that there's such a thing as a Senate. There is no such thing as a Senate. The Senate doesn't exist. It's made up. I mean, the entire U.S. government's made up, but the Senate is particularly made up. It's fairy tale. It's like Santa Claus. There is no such thing as the Senate. And the Senate's blocking all gun legislation. Right, so if your solution to that is abolish the Senate, all right, good. If your solution to that is elect Republicans, you're a fucking moron. So again, Biden's approval rating tanking. But again, we're in the situation where it's Americans are fucking stupid. They're raised by stupid Americans, right? They're educated by stupid Americans. They vote in stupid Americans, and the cycle is going to repeat itself until something happens, right? And again, should I cite the MIT study or whatever that found that society will collapse by 2040? I don't know. Is this cycle gonna last forever? It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't fucking seem like it. So my opinion at the end of the day, if this was hard to follow, fuck Joe Biden. He's not doing nearly enough. But also, Americans need to take some actual responsibility. Americans need to educate themselves. Americans need to resist this shit. Americans need to stop fucking falling for these fucking poison traps. Stop buying fucking fast food every day. Save your money. Stop shooting each other. Stop fucking again, if we all just work together, we wouldn't need to rely on the government. If everyone in a city just said, fuck the government, let's form a commune, guess what? Things would be a lot better pretty much instantly. But Americans are fucking stupid and they're too busy hating each other. Because, oh man, my nephew's son-in-law's niece's third uncle's brother is a gay. So that means I hate my family. Seriously, think about what these people hate each other over. It's my neighbor's black. Oh, I hate that guy. What the fuck? You're more concerned with that kind of shit than the entire fucking global economy collapsing? I'm sorry, man, but a lot of the shit that people are angry at each other for is so fucking stupid. It's so ridiculous. I really, again, Americans are fucking stupid. What are the big culture war things going on right now? Trans kids? That's still a big deal. Critical race theory? What the fuck are you people talking about, man? Have you not realized that people can't feed their families? Have you not realized that most of the food that people are feeding their families with is poison? And you're more concerned with critical fucking race theory? What the fuck? I don't even know, man. This country is shit.